Black man helped a lost girl find her dad stunned when he turns out to be a billionaire CEO. What would you do if a single act of kindness turned your world upside down? In the heart of Chicago, where the city's pulse thrummed with honking cars and hurried footsteps, Marcus Tate walked alone. The autumn dusk painted the sky in hues of amber, and the park he crossed daily felt like a sanctuary from his routine life as a delivery driver. At 34, Marcus had seen enough of the world to know it could be cruel, but he clung to a quiet belief. Small acts of goodness could ripple outward, unseen but powerful. Tonight, that belief would be tested. As he cut through Lincoln Park, a faint sob caught his ear. He paused, scanning the dimming paths. There, near a weathered bench, stood a girl no older than 6, her colorful dress smudged with dirt, her face streaked with tears. She clutched a deflated balloon, its string tangled in her tiny fingers. Marcus approached slowly, kneeling to her level. "Hey, little one," he said softly. "Are you okay?" Her name was Lily, she whispered, and she'd lost her dad in the crowd. She'd been chasing her balloon, and now the park felt like a maze. Marcus's heart ached. Her fear was palpable, a mirror to his own childhood memories of feeling lost. Without hesitation, he took her hand. "We'll find him together," he promised, his voice steady despite the growing dark. They wandered the park, Lily's small hand warm in his. Marcus asked her questions to keep her calm. Her favorite color, blue, her favorite animal, a giraffe. He scanned every face, every shadow, calling out for her father. Passers-by glanced but didn't stop. The city's indifference was a familiar sting. An hour passed, then 2. Doubt crept in, but Marcus pushed it aside. He couldn't leave her. Then came the twist. An elderly woman, her coat tattered and her eyes sharp, approached them near the park's fountain. "You're looking for her dad?" she asked, her voice raspy but kind. Marcus nodded, wary. She pointed to a man in a tailored suit, pacing frantically by the park's entrance, phone pressed to his ear. "That's him. I've seen them here before." Marcus hesitated. She seemed an unlikely ally, a street vendor who'd watched the world go by for decades. But her certainty gave him hope. Thanking her, he led Lily toward the man. "Dad," Lily cried, breaking free. The man turned, relief flooding his face as he scooped her up. Marcus stood back, his chest tight with quiet pride. The man, still holding Lily, approached him. "I'm James Carver," he said, his voice thick with gratitude. "You saved my daughter." Marcus shrugged, brushing it off. "Just did what anyone would." But James's eyes held something more: intensity, recognition. He insisted on thanking Marcus properly, handing him a business card. Marcus glanced at it later, under a street lamp, and froze. James Carver, CEO, Carver Enterprises. A billionaire, a name splashed across headlines for tech innovations and philanthropy. The next day, Marcus was summoned to Carver's sleek downtown office. Expecting a quick thank you, he was stunned when James offered him a global leadership role in his foundation, with a salary that dwarfed Marcus's dreams. "You didn't just find my daughter," James said, his voice breaking. "You gave me back my world. I need someone with your heart in my company." Marcus sat, speechless. He'd grown up in a world that rarely rewarded kindness, where his skin color often drew suspicion before trust. Yet here was a man who saw him, not his struggles, not his past, but his character. The elderly woman's words echoed in his mind. "I've seen them here before." Had fate, or something greater, woven their paths together? As Marcus accepted the offer, he thought of Lily's smile, the balloon, the park. A single moment had changed everything, not just for him, but for the lives he'd now touched through the foundation. Kindness, he realized, wasn't just a ripple. It was a tide, capable of lifting the heaviest burdens. In the days that followed, Marcus walked taller, his heart full. He'd set out to help a lost girl, but in doing so, he'd found something: to a purpose, a future, a truth. Even in a world that could break you, a single act of good could rebuild it all. Yendi.